Hi, welcome to Bonita's Kitchen and thank you for joining us. Today I'm excited to bring to you a bread maker recipe. And this recipe is for 1 loaf of sweet molasses raisin bread. Now, just recently and over the past year, I should say, I've had recipes from you, our viewers, saying, how do you make 1 loaf of that sweet molasses raisin bread? Of course, we do have a full batch that we've been streaming for the last, I think, 6 or 7 years. So today, we're excited to bring this recipe to you. And whether you got a bread maker or you just using your hands, this is for 1 loaf of that delicious bread. And trust me, you're gonna love it. So, let's get started.
Bonita's Kitchen to yours. Bonita's Kitchen to yours.
So now, my bread maker pan is a little dark, so this is a little difficult for you to see. But what you're going to do, for those of you that got bread makers, and we'll discuss as we go, you're putting in there 1 1/4 cups of warm water, about 2 teaspoonfuls, a little bit more if you want to, of the butter or margarine, and it's melted. Right here we got 1/4 cup of molasses, and I got a little bit of oil in there so it'll be easier to put it out. And I'm going to be putting in there 1/4 teaspoonful of baking soda, and the reasons for this is to help that molasses I guess lighten up a little bit. It'll frizz, and it'll frizz down into the water as well, and this is to help it lighten that molasses up a bit, as in not making it so heavy. And I'm going to pour that into the bowl. Now again, if you guys got a bread maker now that you're following, everybody got a little bit different when it comes to how you do things in it, and I'll talk to you about that now in a moment. But that was 1 teaspoonful of vanilla, 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar, and you layer these ingredients. That's how you go in the bread maker bowl, so that it mixes the water from the bottom and takes the dry ingredients in. So the wet goes on the bottom. This is 1 teaspoonful of cinnamon and about 1/4 teaspoonful of ground cloves. I got down a pinch of sea salt. Now I'm going to leave you for your discretion. I think this is about 1/4 teaspoonful. You could put half, you could leave it out altogether. That's fine. So that's the wet ingredients and our spices. We got 3 cups and 1/4 of all-purpose white flour. Now if you wanted to use a wheat flour, or maybe you want to use a flour that you enjoy using, I'm going to say. Now that's all you need to do there, with 1 1/2 teaspoonfuls of yeast. And it could be fast rising, it could be traditional, it could be instant. It doesn't matter. Just toss that into the top of your bread maker bowl. So now that's all you need to do to get ready to make your sweet molasses raisin bread. So again, I'm sure every bread maker varies, so you'll know the instructions on your bread maker. But for mine, which I think is a general rule, all of the wet ingredients goes on the bottom. You can put any spices or whatever in between. Usually with bread you don't, it's just your sugar and, you know, yeast flour. But this here is a little different because it's molasses. Molasses is heavy, and it'll make the bread heavy. But so you can all mix that around, and all those dry ingredients will go in through. The raisins we leave for the middle of the mixing. There's I think it's a portion there when it's making your bread. It have scared us a few times. There's a couple of little cracks. It's like crack, crack. And Raymond have said, what's going on with that bread maker? Yeah. But that's just to let you know that you can add in like your raisins if you got something else special that you want to put in there, fruit of any sort. But for us here today is raisins.
I just learned something new. I didn't know what that cracking was.
Well, I know
It's
you
a-
used
it
to
was a
scare
bread
you
maker.
every time.
Yeah.
It was the bread maker
It's a
when
good
we use it, you know, for a quick loaf of bread, of course. So we do have the full batch on Bonita's Kitchen, and you can make this by hand if you don't have a bread maker. So I'm gonna put this over in my bread maker and start it. Hi, Bonita here. If you're looking for ways to support Bonita's Kitchen channel while shopping on Amazon, don't forget to stop by to our new Amazon storefront to buy some kitchen gadgets or some things for your kitchen. So now, back to our video. So now my bread maker, it's saying 3 hours and 10 minutes. There you go, you can see it there now. And that's usually what it is to make one loaf of bread. Now, for those of you that got a bread maker, it's just something you put it all in and leave it and just, you know, let the bread maker do the work. In this case, for this one, during the mixing stage of it, I want for you kind of to stick around, because if you need another small amount of flour, this will be the time to add it. But right now, what I'm going to do is put that in my base, down the door, and start the bread maker. And as you can see, it'll just mix it around, taking all of that flour down from the bottom, taking it to the bottom and mixing it. So this is the important stage, because that's the time when you can add in that extra flour or liquid if you need it. But you want to wait until it mixes through. And we'll show you that in those stages. So now, as you can see, this batter is starting to go nice in there. It's all mixing together well, and because it's so sticky, you see how everything is just, you know, wanting to go up the side of the bread maker. That's fine, that'll all come down. But at this stage, I'm gonna look and just give a little dusting of flour. So you got your 3 1/4 cups, but leave just, well, this is not even a quarter there, just for dusting while it's coming together. So all of that stickiness is going to start to go off, but pretty much you can just put it in your bread maker and just let it do its thing. But that's what we're going to do there.
So that's only after a couple of minutes after you
That's all, when you put it in
at first.
during the mixing stage, yeah,
Okay.
just to kind of look at it and whatnot, just to see. So I'm going to let that mix around now for a few minutes, and then I'll add in those raisins. But if you got a point in your mixer that it tells you to add the raisins or add whatever you're putting in there, you go with your mixer. But that's what mine tells me. And that's it. Look, it's just doing a little dance there.
That's the wiggle wiggle.
The wiggle wiggle, yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to put another little dusting of that flour. So up to about another 1/4 cup, just for dusting during its mixing stage, just to take that sticky off.
So that's a couple of minutes after the first dusting, is that what
Yeah,
you're
like
saying?
you got about a
minute,
quarter
couple
of
minutes or
a
so.
quarter of a cup all in total, extra, just a bit of flour,
Yeah.
just to dust. If you see that it's a little sticky going around, because you want that nice texture, you see it's coming together. Now I'm going to pour in there 1 cup of raisins. Let that go through. It'll blend it all the ways in through that dough. And I probably will get a question saying, can I soak the raisins to give them that expansion as before? You can, but make sure you drain all that water off the raisins before you put it in there, because you don't want that extra moisture. And this is going to be mixing for like an hour, maybe an hour and a half. So trust me, those raisins is going to puff up nice in there. So I'm going to put down the door now and let that finish doing its mixing stage. So this is at the end of the mixing stage. So pretty much after it's finished that, it's going to sit there and start to rise. And again, you follow your instructions of your bread maker, and if you're making it by hand, when you finish mixing it, just cover it with a big old towel and let it rise for 30 minutes. But in the bread maker, definitely follow your bread maker's instructions, and that's all we need to do at that stage. So this is the rising stage of the dough. So just leave it alone. I'm going to put the lid down and let it continue, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's baked. So now our bread, I'm going to bring out a little bit so I could bring it up, is baked, and now we're going to take it to our countertop and I'll show you what that looks like. So now after all of that work, and of course you know you did nothing, only just stand over your bread maker, you get this delicious loaf of Sweet Molasses Raisin Bread. Now of course the only thing about a bread maker opposed to taking it out of your bread pan, you get this big hole in the bottom of your bread because that is the arm that's going around moving your bread and such. Ignore that. Just as long as people see this beautiful loaf of bread, I'm going to cut into this now, put some more molasses on it and some butter. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. The top of the bread is not going to be as brown as the sides because the sides got the heat from your bread maker, the top don't. But if you want to brown that off, just pop that into your oven and put it on grill and you'll get that going.
It looks good the way it is to me anyway.
Yeah, oh absolutely, Raymond. And again, you're not going to notice that. Just look, now you can see the raisins distributed in there, lovely. And if you want more raisins, I just put a cup full in this, but if you want more, oh my gosh, you can just toss it in. And it smells amazing, eh Raymond?
Oh,
just cutting into it. I'm going to put some more molasses on this and some butter. My dad's favorite way of having this Sweet Molasses Raisin Bread. So now the way my dad would butter his Sweet Molasses Raisin Bread, he would put the molasses first. He'd drizzle that molasses over, and then he would take the butter and put on top. Something about having the molasses go down through that bread was something that he enjoyed. Now, I'm going to have a taste of this, and I know Raymond is over there drooling to have some of this bread and a cup of tea.
Sounds good.
Oh my gosh. Now, this is what I call delicious. Deliciousness. Oh yeah.
I know.
Drop the bread. Delicious.
Mouthful.
I don't want to talk with my mouth full, but my dad would be so happy if he had this today. Only thing missing on it is a nice plate of fish and brews and to sit down with a hot cup of tea. I can't wait for you to make it in your bread maker or by hand. It doesn't matter. You're going to love it. So now we're going to leave that recipe with you in under this link. We're also going to share it with you on our Facebook page. You can pop over there, or our website, www.bonita'skitchen.com, or send me a message at bonita'skitchen@gmail.com if you can't find it there. So with this said, this delicious loaf of bread is not going to last no time, but we're going to share it a little bit with my mom and Aunt Clara. We're thanking each and every one of you today for stopping by on behalf of myself, Raymond, and our team. And from our kitchen to yours,
You have
a wonderful day. 2 thumbs up.
Join us by the sea, a journey in culinary, always an open door. Bonita's Kitchen to yours. Bonita's Kitchen.